Dear students, myself, Dr. Mallikarjun S. Biradar, Assistant Professor in Mathematics, Government First Grade College, Basavakalyan. Now, the today's session is 28th session of Graph Theory 2. The topic is results on geometric dual of a planar graph. Already we have discussed what is geometric dual, how to construct the geometric dual. Even we have considered some examples based on the geometric dual. So today we will see some results based on the geometric dual. Now the first theorem, or you can say the result, prove that the Kuratowski's graph K5 has no dual. Already you know the graph K5 and K33 are called Kuratowski's graphs. Okay, and we have proved the graph K5 is non-planar in the previous class. Okay, now here the theorem is we have to prove that the Kuratowski's graph K5 has no dual. It has no dual. To prove this, what we need to do? First we prove that K5 cannot be embedded in a plane. Because when it is possible to construct the geometric dual, if the given graph is plane graph, or you can say if it is possible to identify the region, then only we can find out or we can construct the geometric dual. So for that reason, first we try to think of K5 whether it is possible to embed on the plane or not. So if we prove that K5 cannot be embedded in the plane, then we can say geometric dual does not exist. So for this reason, first we need to prove K5 is non-planar. Because if we prove K5 is non-planar, what we can say? You can say you cannot identify all the faces or you cannot embed in the plane. But how to prove K5 is non-planar, that already we have discussed in detail. Okay, you just go through the proof of the Kuratowski's graphs. K5 and K33 are non-planar. We have proved systematically. Okay, so in that way you have to prove the result K5 is non-planar. Once if you prove K5 is non-planar, what we can say or what we can conclude? K5 cannot be embedded in a plane. Because what you mean by a non-planar graph? There exists at least one crossing. One crossing definitely exists. It is not possible to draw on the plane without the intersection of edges. Okay, it is not possible to draw. If it is possible, you can say it is a plane graph, but it is K5 is not possible to draw on the plane without the intersection of edges. So that already we have proved. So therefore the conclusion is that K5 is non-planar. So that's why K5 cannot be embedded in a plane. As we know that geometric dual is constructed only for the plane graphs. So therefore what we can say, K5 has no dual. When it is not possible to embed in the plane, so it is not possible to identify the faces. So therefore it is not possible to find its dual. So therefore what we can say, K5 has no dual at all. Similarly, if we consider the theorem 2, prove that the Kuratowski's graph K33 has no dual. So another Kuratowski's graph is K33. In the same way how we have proved for K5, first we prove that K33 cannot be embedded in a plane. So to prove K33 cannot be embedded in a plane, first we have to prove K33 is non-planar. But how to prove K33 is non-planar? Already we have discussed in detail. So you have to go through that and prove in the same fashion how we have proved. So once if you prove K33 is non-planar, then you can conclude that K33 cannot be embedded in the plane. Once if it is not embedded in the plane, as we know, geometric dual is constructed only for the planar graphs. So you can conclude K33 has no dual. So we have proved two theorems. One is K5 has no dual and the another result is K33 has no dual. They may ask the Kuratowski's graphs K3 K5 and K33 have no dual, or they may not mention the notations K5 and K33. Simply they may ask, show that the Kuratowski's graphs have no dual. So then you have to prove first K5 has no dual, and you have to prove K33 has no dual, and you can conclude the Kuratowski's graphs have no dual. Okay, I hope you have understood or you have followed the proof of these two results. Only thing is that how to prove K3 and K5 and K33 non-planar, that you have to go through, already we have proved. Okay, now we consider the third result. The third result is a graph has a dual if and only if it is planar. So since from the beginning of the construction of planar graph, what we are saying? We are saying geometric dual can be constructed only for the planar graphs. So therefore, statement is a graph has no dual if a graph has a dual. If a graph has a dual if and only if it is planar. It is a general result. So how to prove this result? First, if you consider, suppose a graph has a dual, then you have to prove it is planar. On the other hand, if you consider, suppose G is a planar graph, then you have to show it has no dual, because it is a general result. Converse part is also true. So first we consider the half part, that is the first part. Suppose G is planar. The second one, G is planar. So we consider G is planar, then obviously it has a dual, because the geometric dual is possible for the planar graphs. So obviously it has a dual. Okay, so second part is very easy to prove just by observation. Now the converse part, what we'll consider? Suppose G has a dual. Suppose G has a dual. We now prove that G is planar. So now we have to prove that G is planar. So for this, we need to prove that a non-planar graph does not have a dual. So to prove G is a planar graph, what we have to prove? It is sufficient to prove that the non-planar graphs have no dual. If we prove non-planar graphs have no dual, then it is obvious that the planar graph has a dual, isn't it? So for that reason, let G be a non-planar graph. Actually, we need to prove it is a planar graph. But what we are considering? Let G be a non-planar graph. So if G is non-planar, by Kuratowski's theorem, what is the Kuratowski's theorem? A graph is planar if and only if it has no subgraph homeomorphic from K5 or K33. So that result is very important result. Okay, that is the characterization of a planar graph. It is also called Kuratowski's theorem. So when I said it is non-planar, by Kuratowski's theorem, G contains, because it is non-planar. When it is non-planar, obviously G contains K5 or K33 or a graph homeomorphic to either of these. When G is non-planar, definitely G contains a subgraph homeomorphic to either K5 or K33, or it may contain directly K5 or K33. Okay. But it is known that a graph G has a dual if every subgraph H of G has and every graph homeomorphic to H has a dual. It's very obvious, no? What is that? It is known that a graph G has a dual only if every subgraph H of G and every subgraph homeomorphic to H has a dual. It's very obvious, because if it is planar for the graph, it should be planar for the subdivisions also, subgraphs also. Okay. Now, to show that it is sufficient to prove that neither K5 nor K33 has a dual. So what we have to do? We have to prove that the non-planar graph has no dual. If you prove that the non-planar graph has no dual, you can say planar graph has dual. So to prove non-planar graph has no dual, for that reason you have to prove K5 or K33 has no dual. But already just now we have proved K5 and K33 has no dual. So once again you have to consider two different cases. Case 1. So first we prove that K5 cannot be embedded in the plane. K5 cannot be embedded in the plane, as we have proved in the previous result. For this, we give complete proof as just right now we have proved. Okay, so in the same fashion you have to prove once again, and you have to conclude that K5 cannot be embedded in the plane. So once if it is not embedded in the plane, then K5 has no dual. And the case 2, similarly, you have to consider the Kuratowski's second graph K33, and we prove that K33 cannot be embedded in the plane. Again, it is not embedded in the plane, so you should not say directly, you have to prove that one. So how we have proved in the previous theorem. For this, we give complete proof as given in the previous theorem. Okay, we conclude that, after that we conclude it is not possible to embed on the plane. So K33 cannot be embedded in a plane. So thus the conclusion is that K33 has no dual. So K5 has no dual, K33 has no dual. It implies the graph G has no dual. It implies what we have considered? We have considered a non-planar graph. So non-planar graph has no dual, that we have proved. It implies, it is very obvious to say that it is a planar graph. Okay, so this is how we will prove the results. So it is very important to consider K5 and K33 are non-planar. So how to prove K5 and K33 non-planar? If you follow that proof and the previous proof of the previous result, then very easily, if it is asked to prove in the examination, we can prove these two cases, and we conclude that G has no dual. What is G here? A non-planar graph has no dual. Then we can conclude only it is possible for planar graphs to have a dual. So in this session, again, we have discussed about the geometric dual, and we have considered some results based on the geometric dual of a planar graph G. And we have given another characterization for a planar graph. It is another characterization for a planar graph. What is that? You can see just here the statement. A graph has a dual if and only if it is planar. So this is a characterization. So with this, we conclude today's lecture. So these are the reference books already I have mentioned. So thank you.